Hope we're good. Entirely possible. Yeah, I don't. Sounds good. Let's do it. Alex. Yep. There we go. This is. What's up, people? Some bad things and some good things. It depends on who you are. Terrible. How about we start with the terrible? Yeah, I mean, he's got Melvin Gordon going forward. Just looks like they're gonna, just run him to death. He's got Tyreek Hill, who's gonna be just an absolute bomb. So yeah, I mean, he looks good. He looks good. Anything to say about Pitt's deal at all? I don't know. Leonard Fournette looked good. That's about it. He 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 did have to face another team. Yeah, didn't that wouldn't have really helped him too much. I mean, his star player Odell Beckham was out, and then Gronk did nothing. So his yeah. So I mean, bit of a rough week for him, but he didn't draft, and I mean, honestly, when you get some karma there. At some point, I think his roster's good enough when Odell is healthy. That at some point he could win. Yeah, I mean he's going to be near the bottom, but he'll have one or two. All right, let's move on to the other new owner, Giovanni, with a less inspiring performance. What do you guys think about that? That was rough. He lost to John, who, with those running back numbers, I mean, God, how'd you lose to that? But his receivers and his tight ends put up enough, as well as the Eagles' defense and his quarterbacks. To be honest, both of them had 35 points, so that's pretty nuts. But yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, his team just didn't play well. Andy Dalton got -9 points. Yeah, I feel like that's just about all you got to say. I mean, curse Jets fans. Team didn't perform this week. It was a weird week one, so I think we just got to move on from that and just got to move on from that loss and keep trucking. All right, that was yeah, good. 120 points thrown up. Can't say no to that. No, not at all. DeMarco Murray with 8 points. Yeah, I think it was just a down week. Yeah, exactly. It's week one, pretty much. Yeah. We want to move on to you, Ethan. That's just unfortunate. I mean, when Alex Smith puts up 50 points on you, there's not too much you can do. Yeah, wasn't great. I mean, yeah, 12 points is 20 points better than Andy Dalton. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, between Le'Veon, Crowell, and Doug Baldwin scoring me less points than Kenny Galladay, it's hard to come back from that kind of week. And then, I mean, his team's okay. His running backs seem to not produce super well, and he doesn't have a ton of depth. But I mean, he had Mike Evans off, so he has a little bit there to come back on. I mean, he could be a good team, but I wouldn't count on Alex Smith getting you 50 every week. Yeah, I, I hope so. I hope the Patriots don't get 42 put up on them every week. That'd be rough. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. That we will. God, that was a he was coming back, man. He was storming back up at the points. I think he was down like 120 to like 60 at one point before the Sunday night games, and then he had Zeke, Breeze, C.J. Anderson play. And they got him some points. But yeah, not quite enough to get him the W. I mean, still David. Yeah, going forward, he's gonna have some struggle. Yeah, looking at his running backs, I mean, he's got Blunt, Gillisley, and Lynch. So yeah, I wouldn't say that's the most inspiring replacement to have, but it's something, I guess. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. Yeah, and I mean Rivers went up against the Denver defense, which is probably arguably the best defense in the league, and still got 22 points. So 3 touchdowns will do that for you. Do you mean yeah? By what he couldn't do, do you mean produce or stay healthy? Because both of those seem to be up in the air right now. Maybe. I mean, he's entirely a different like type of receiver. He's more of a slot guy, and Sammy Watkins was that big boomer bust touchdown guy. Yeah, that'd be huge. Martavis Bryant should come back and do fine. All right, the yeah, exactly. Can't really be unhappy with any of the points he got. You probably wanted to see a little bit more from Jordan Reed, but the Redskins as a whole didn't look super good against Philadelphia. So 8.5 points for that should be fine. And in the end, it was fine. Won the week. Yeah, I don't think Adrian Peterson's going to be a decent running back this year. I don't think they're going to use him well or be in the game scripts where they're going to need a bruising back to pick them up the short yardage. They definitely went more towards Alvin Kamara. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's got Ajayi coming back, so that should help him a lot. Mixon should get worked in more, so it should improve his situation. But it's still something to definitely look out for. Yeah, but yeah, but I mean, those two. How many times are you going to see him put up those kind of numbers? To be honest, and I mean, if Tom, yeah, yeah, but the Colts are just abysmal right now. So I mean, putting up only 22 points is pretty bad. Yeah. Oh yeah. Where do we want to start? Yeah, he did. 300 yards. That's a dope pass to Aguilar. Yeah, Corey Coleman looked good. I liked what I saw out of him. But Tevin Coleman's production, that was not great. Exactly, yeah. You think Buck Allen will be able to replace that production at all? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, definitely. Uh, I'd say West. I think he's just a better running back. I'd say Allen should be fine since we are in a full point PPR. I mean, he'll probably soak up most of what Woodhead's leaving behind and what the receivers can't produce. But I'd say West is probably the one to have. Do we want to talk about Corn of the Cob at all? I mean, if you look at the stats, they're not that good. And I mean, they were winning. Yeah, he put up points, but if you look at his stat line, I mean, 40 rushing yards. They should have been running him the entire second half based on how much they were up. So I mean, I think his yards per carry is like under 3. I mean, going up against a good defense is what I want to see from him before I say he's back to his rookie year form or if he's sticking to his sophomore slump. Uh, Honestly, looking at the roster, I don't think he has the option to do that. I mean, his the receivers behind him are Chris Hogan, Robbie Anderson, and Mike Williams, who's not even active right now. So I don't know. Still don't think it's a very good team, but Russell Wilson definitely, yeah, Russell Wilson definitely underperformed. So you should definitely see that bounce back. But other than that, this is a rough team. I think you should go get Watson. I think Watson to Hopkins is going to be nuts. Brian Hoyer sucked. Yeah, I'd say one of those two. Same, I'd say same. Yeah, I mean, he got that because he didn't draft a second quarterback. So I guess until he realizes he has the Jets quarterback, he'll have the Jets quarterback. So it's kind of whatever. Last matchup. I mean, yeah, he threw almost 100 points over you. Like, holy god. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. Yeah, yeah, his team's pretty stacked. I mean, I'd say probably tight end is his area of weakness at the moment because I mean you can't always say that Jason Witten will be super reliable, and then Ebron hasn't done anything for him yet with 9 yards, so a little bit rough there. But everything else is just disgusting. I'd say 20 plus. I think he's probably in a tier by himself below Bell, David Johnson, and Ezekiel Elliott, skill wise and situation wise, to be honest, as far as the team goes. Stefan Diggs is nuts. I regret not drafting him. Yeah. I mean, if Bradford can keep up that kind of, accuracy and power and get those kind of pockets, I think Diggs will be pretty nuts. I mean, you can feel free to talk about it. What do you, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you would have beaten over half the teams in the league. So, I mean, you don't have anything to worry about, to be honest. You just got crushed by just a crazy week. Concern? I'd probably say tight end. I don't think you can rely on Austin Hooper to get you 130 yards and a touchdown every week on 2 passes. But Jimmy Graham should come back to his own. The entire Seahawks offense just looked bad against the Packers, so I think you'll be fine. Dalvin Cook's gonna be awesome. Uh, yeah, I mean, I'd say maybe Death. I'd say Cook, Howard, West, Powell. Let's see it. Yeah, just let me pull it up real quick. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, we could just talk about the probably best players heading into next week. I'd say Tariq Cohen, the Jags defense, and Cooper Cup were three that I saw as some of the top pickups. Probably. Oh yeah, seems entirely possible. Just, yeah, we'll see how Kevin if yeah, we'll see if Kevin can keep up the scoring. If I can, work it up a little bit with Le'Veon, hopefully, but could be rough. Could be rough. Could be, yeah. Oh, just a massive shootout, yeah. Yeah, that should be a good one too. Don't rock the boat, all right. Yeah, I mean, his team's pretty solid, and your team's no also solid. You got Devontae Parker back, Cameron Brate back. Uh huh. Yeah, they were pretty close, I think, for the most part. So you can definitely see their teams improving a little bit, especially with Brady and Breeze kind of underperforming week one. Can Alex Smith rock another 50 point, 900 yards week? I think so. Yeah, it was good stuff. Anything you guys want to say to the people? And hopefully a regular Le'Veon Bell.